Good evening, y'all. Today is Thursday, June the 12th, and it's 6:30. And I am going to use the last of those chicken leg quarters I bought. They were 79 cents a pound, and uh, I cooked some of them. I just boiled them, made some broth. I put half of an onion with the skin, uh, carrots and celery in there, a little salt and pepper to make my broth. And now I'm going to add uh, some chicken that I pulled off of when I actually baked some chicken. Put that in there. Turn that on. I'm going to add some broth. I had so much I had to put it in 2 containers. And if you can see there is fat on the top. So if you don't want the chicken fat, then put your broth in the refrigerator and it'll get firm and you can just scrape it off. But the fat is what makes everything taste good. All right, I wanted to make chicken and dumplings, but because I've had such a bad time with the ants, I decided not to make any because I wouldn't be able to uh, fight those ants off. So I'll have to wait for another time to make those. All right, I've got all that chicken and broth in there. Now, would want like green peas would be good and carrots, but I don't have any frozen peas, which I like to use, and I don't have any canned peas, so I'm going to put green beans in there so I can have some vegetable. And I'm going to put in a can of tomatoes. Okay. Now I'm going to put in some seasoning. I'm going to use some poultry seasoning. I love this poultry seasoning. I usually buy it right after Thanksgiving or Christmas when they mark down their poultry seasoning, pumpkin spice, um, what else? Cloves and allspice, cinnamon, and I'll buy 2 or 3 cans and it'll last me all year. Now I'll put in some dried parsley. I'll put in some fresh ground pepper. And I'm going to use some of this Lipton onion soup mix. I've had it for a while. I thought about putting onions in this, I guess I'll call it soup. And I didn't want to use up when I have 1 onion left, and I didn't want to use it for this. And I thought, well, I need to use that soup mix stuff because I don't buy these kind of things very often. I've probably bought, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 in my lifetime. So it's not something I just use all the time. So I need to use it up. So I got all that in there. And I'm going to add some medium-sized egg noodles. But I am going to let this mixture right here cook for a while so those flavors can blend together. Get those green beans and tomatoes a little more tender. So I will bring that to a boil and let that cook for, I don't know, 30 minutes or an hour. Then I'll come back and add my egg noodles. And so I'll be back and I'll taste it later, see how it is. and that's a lot of soup just for me. So I probably should eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I'll be back. All right, the soup is ready. While I was gone, I let it cook for about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, and then I added 2.5 handfuls of medium egg noodles and let them cook about 15 minutes. And I decided to make some cornbread. Now, this soup is very hot right now, and if I had some of that uh, frozen okra that I bought at the last grocery haul, I think that would be real good in this soup. My soup is brothy rather than thick. I didn't add any flour or cornstarch. You could always do that if you wanted to. You could add a can of, like Campbell's chicken and herb soup, a can of cream of celery, or any other kind of soup you'd want. But I just wanted to keep it clean, simple, and it smells good. It's that poultry seasoning I put in there. It's really good. So I'm going to take a bite and see how it tastes. Let's see here. Oh, yes, it's very good. It's good because the broth was good. Because when I boiled that chicken, I added the half of an onion with the skin on it, and the carrots, and the celery, and that gives a richer broth. You can uh, put that broth in jars, like 16-pint jars. You can can that and have it in your pantry or keep it in the freezer. But since my freezer doesn't work and I don't have any of my canning stuff anymore, I just cooked it all. So this will be this will be a hearty dinner. And while I was gone, it rained, maybe, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes, something like that. It was a hard rain, but it's gone now. But I'll have to I used all the noodles I had, so I'll need to get some more of those. Mm, it's really good. It's like it's like I could drink the broth. It's so good. And my cornbread. It's been a while since I've had cornbread. It's one of those easy things that you can whip up. I made some biscuits, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I didn't feel like going to a lot of trouble. I said, I want to make some lazy biscuits. Lazy biscuits to me is self-rising flour, white lily self-rising flour. Add some cream, mix it up, make it almost like you can stir the dough. Put it put it in the pan. I didn't even roll them out or anything. I just put the whole dough in there like I was making a cake. It was good. I mean, you know, since I don't cook for my family anymore like I used to, I just make things easy. Mm. I really made good use of the chicken quarters. I had baked chicken, with the oranges on top with the cardamom and ginger and cinnamon. Um, and I pulled the meat off of that bone. Had several chicken sandwiches from that. And then I didn't eat all of it, so I put it in this soup here. Some of the other um, chicken I baked, and I seasoned with salt and pepper and thyme. So I ate that for several days. And then I've got this soup that I'll have to eat. I shouldn't say have to. I don't have to. But I've gotten a lot of meals out of those leg quarters. And uh, I think this will be pretty satisfying. Mm. I mean, when you make your food yourself, if you're if you're able to do that, it just tastes so much better. Mm. It's got a lot of chicken in it because I had so much chicken left. And I would really love to make some chicken and dumplings. I've had this YouTube channel for over a year and I hadn't made them yet. And that's a big family uh, a favorite is chicken and dumplings. My mother taught me and my sister to make chicken and dumplings. And I asked her about it one time. I said, "Where did you get the recipe?" And she said, "Well, my mother taught me how to make them." And I said, "Where did she learn?" She said, "Her mother taught her." So my great grandmother, who was born in 1854, uh, the recipe comes from her. So it's well over 100 years old. And they're made a little different. They're made with egg yolk in them. You have flour, shortening, milk, a little salt, and egg yolks. And I haven't found anybody who just exactly makes them like that. And after, looking around on the internet, there's all kinds of ways to make chicken and dumplings. I've seen people add different kinds of, canned soup and sour cream and cream cheese, and I, I don't put any of that. I don't put any of that in my chicken and dumplings. Um, the two, I guess, two things that I did different after I got married and started making chicken and dumplings, for my husband and my family. My husband wanted there to be more broth in them. So uh, I said, okay, I can put more liquid in there. And he wanted biscuits with his. And Mama always served them with um, a lettuce salad, iceberg lettuce with Italian dressing. And Daddy started putting cayenne pepper. He would sprinkle cayenne pepper over the chicken and dumplings. So my brother, my sister, and myself, we all do that. Put a little cayenne pepper on our chicken and dumplings. And then Missy at uh, I can't remember exactly her name. I'll put it in the link below. Missy's Cooking or something. She made chicken and dumplings one day, and she called them something else, and they were kind of close to mine. But uh, and I understand that in Delaware, there's a certain way they make their chicken and dumplings. So chicken and dumplings have been around for a long time, and over the years, it's changed. How you make them. I saw somebody the other day make some, and she used buttermilk in hers, and I used sweet milk. And my mother always called whole milk, or any kind of milk. She called it sweet milk, and I find myself saying that sometimes, just out of habit or whatever. And but in my mother's mind, there was a distinction between buttermilk and sweet milk, and so that's just a little history there. But I'm gonna go and enjoy this and get this video ready to put up. I thank y'all for coming by, and I hope you'll leave me a comment How do you make your chicken and dumplings? What would you have done with all that chicken and broth? Maybe you don't have an ant problem like I did. I mean, it looked like my counter, it looked like I had dropped uh, a box of black pepper on the counter. There were so many of them. But that happens all the time around here. It's nothing new. It's been going on since I was a kid. I grew up in this house, and I can remember my mama swatting at the ants, getting them off the counter. So I don't know. Maybe that's just what you get when you live out in the country. All right. Well, y'all have a good evening, a good day, a good afternoon, and please remember to be kind to someone. Someone needs your kindness today. Bye, y'all.